guys, veteran Trainer Jon here, and today is week 1 of the PBL, season 4. Now, PBL, Professional Battlers League, this is the first season of only YouTube, so it's mandatory uploads. I decided I wanted to transition. People weren't dedicated enough, so I decided to change that and make it so that if it's producing content for YouTubers, so they would pretty much be dedicated enough to finish the season. So getting into this, Austin, aka Garchomp the God, his channel will be linked in the description below. I decide I'm a lead Don fan here, and he actually goes for Necrozma. I'm like, okay, good chance he's just going to try to set up his rocks. That's cool. I'm just going to try to knock him off. I want to get some damage on this thing. He goes for Autotomize, and I was like, oh, he's set up. Fine. Knock off. And it does, about 30%. And he's waiting to fall asleep. Ah, crap. Well, I was going to tech Ice Shard on this thing, but I figured that Rapid Spin would be better to get rid of hazards late game or something. I am sturdy though, so that was good. So I go down to sturdy. Earthquake does a decent chunk of damage considering this thing is Necrozma has good natural bulk, and a Don fan does have attack investment, I'm pretty sure. But so he's just gonna be able to finish me with Power Gym just in case I swapped here. It was a good play. It did heaps. It did heaps. Stored power against especially defensive mon still isn't doing quite a whole lot. So I mess up pretty bad. My Sharpedo wasn't fully attack invested. For some godforsaken reason, I put some defense investment into this thing just in case I had to 1v1 a Scarf Garchomp. And so I could survive a Scarf Outrage. And at this point, I think the HP investment would have been better. But yeah, so basically, to get rid of Necrozma, I become practically useless. And I see this thing, I'm like, okay, I don't want this thing to get a Beast Boost. I have an answer for it. Celesteela answers it easily. Sacred Sword isn't going to do very much to me. It was a crit. So I under half with a crit from a Kartana. That's not a lot of damage. That's not a whole lot considering how bad it could have been. So he's just going to withdraw, and he's going to go into Heatran, aka Crag. For some reason, I misplayed again, and I went for Autotomize, forgetting that he had the Heatran. So I've already made several mistakes this battle, and I'm about to make another one, and this one doesn't even make any damn sense at all. I'm going to swap into my Rotom Wash. Not a bad play. Not a bad play, you would think. But my Rotom Wash has Toxic Orb with Trick on it for some godforsaken reason. The plan was I would just trick the Toxic Orb onto a bulky Pokemon with leftovers, and I would get the leftovers and they would be toxic. But in theory, it's much better just to have the leftovers already with toxic on the Pokemon. But I mean, you could do some trickery with it, but it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out for me. So I was like, well, shoot. I just made a bad play. He's going to swap out here and go into this freaking Hoopa Unbound. I'm like, okay, all right. I might be able to survive one attack and get a trick off. And he Hyperspace Furies me, and I'm done. He's Life Orb, so I'm gone. He does get a defense drop, though, which does give me a little bit, okay, I can take this thing out if he leaves it in. So I'm just going to go to Tapu Koko. I know a U-turn will one-shot this thing if he decides to stay in, but there's no reason why he would. He let his Hoopa go down so early in the battle. So he goes into Crag. I kind of figured this. I kind of just hoped it would do enough damage. But it doesn't do shit. It doesn't do shit. It doesn't do anything. And I bring out Tornadus. And Tornadus doesn't have much attack investment, and I go for the knockoff, and he survives it. And he lava plumes me, and I get burned. This is, like it just overall it just wasn't the best. And then U-turn is not going to be enough to take him out, which another serious bad play on my part. I needed to get Tornadus out of there, so I decided to just sack off Sharpedo, and so Sharpedo goes down. He didn't get to shine at all. He actually I failed him this battle. Going into Coco, I'm Scarfed, and I kind of I know that Beedrill is going to come in, but once his Heatran went down, I was not afraid of anything else on this team with Celesteela. But Celesteela already took about half HP, and he's not very good. So for me, he's gonna Mega Evolve, and he's gonna go for the Poison Jab. It's just so this was a free swap basically. I do get HP back, so I'm still not in the best situation against this thing. Beedrill can't really touch me. He just hard swaps. He doesn't want to risk anything, and he goes into his Garchomp. Here I could have just went for damage. Probably would have been a good play, but I do go for the Atomize, and I get the speed boost and leftovers. I make some questionable plays again. I go Flash Cannon, which is fine. That's fine. But I had Giga Drain, and Giga Drain probably would have been enough to kept me alive basically a little while longer. And I see this now that he has the Fire Fang, so of course he does. I have Celesteela. It's a threat. I go for it, and it shows that I just like a little bit more damage, and he goes down. So I'm like, crap. It looks like Flash Cannon might be able to get the KO, but Giga Drain wouldn't have been able to get the KO either. But I feel like Giga Drain maybe would have been just enough to give me enough HP to survive another turn. Potentially, depending on the roll. So Celesteela goes down. Celesteela wouldn't have went down. I could have pretty easily have won this battle, potentially. If I could have just hit that thing a little harder. If I would have attacked HP Ice like I wanted to, maybe. It is possible. You just go for the U-turn. I don't actually see the rough skin, which I thought was weird. And I have Tornadus. Tornadus, I'm like, okay. If he makes the wrong play, I can just come in and, use my Z Hurricane. He just goes for Leaf Blade. So I'm gone. But not all is lost. I still have a Choice Scarf Tapu Koko. Choice Scarf Tapu Koko is nothing to laugh at. He hits hard, and he's fast as hell. So Thunderbolt goes off. I believe I am mild. The point of that basically is so that my U-turn isn't complete and utter garbage. It can still hit mediocrely hard. And here I'm like, okay, there's no way Beedrill is surviving this. And he does. He has 2 HP left. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's twice in a row with 2 of the Pokemon that he survives with like a sliver of HP. And I lose. So that was really close. you know. So I'm going to go over my sets really quick towards the end. I know. Donphan was HP and attack investment with Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, and Knockoff. Celesteela was full, I'm pretty sure actually it was speed and special attack investment with defense investment, but just enough so that the special attack would get the boost and not the defense. So I had 3 different investments there with Autotomize, Giga Drain, Air Slash, and Flash Cannon. Mega Sharpedo, attack, speed, and defense as well. 100 defense investment just to live Choice Scarf, Garchomp's outraged once. That is, you know, without rocks or anything like that. That's not the best thing to tech. I would not do that again if I could go back in time. Tornadus was, I think it was hasty with knockoff U-turn, Hurricane, and I believe Focus Blast. I teched the Focus Blast this week. Choice Scarf, Tapu Koko, U-turn, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, and I believe I did Volt Switch as well. Then Rotom Wash was Toxic Orb with Trick, Hydro Pump, Pain Split, and Thunderbolt. And that was I put more thought into this team than I've done any of my previous seasons for team building. I'm trying to be better about it, team prep properly. I actually think about what he's going to bring. It kind of slipped my mind that he had Hoopa Unbound, but I had enough things to U-turn and they were all faster than him that I wasn't too worried about him because U-turn's 4 times effective. Even with a negative attack nature, which none of mine had. If they had physical attacks, I made sure that they had like 4 points in attack and the nature wasn't, didn't lower their attack stats. So it would have hit hard. But yeah, that's it, guys. Stay tuned for next week. Next week is going to be a doozy. I'm trying to get it so that I can record live. I would have recorded this week's live, but my Windows crashed. So I had to install Windows on a backup hard drive and then do some stuff so I didn't lose all my stuff on my primary hard drive. Anyways, it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, so thank you guys for sticking around till the end if you did. This is week 1 of the PBL. Have a great day.